Hey there everyone, Coach Joy checking in here with Big Wheel Coaching from the comfort of our outdoor cafe. In true SoCal style, I'm sitting under an Easy Up having my lunch outside. Now we're going to run a contest because we have yet to name Seamus's Kitchen. So this is going to become kind of a hot spot. It's a great spot for the community to congregate his small friends. So if you have a name you want to put in the running, I have Big Wheel socks, I have Big Wheel face masks that we'd love to send you. So if you have a name for our Big Wheel Cafe, you can't put Big Wheel Cafe though, that's a really good idea, down in the comment section and we might send you some swag. Now, looking at one of our tips for training this week, people are kind of itching to hit some PRs, right? And maybe go, crush a segment, whether it's on Strava. Sometimes Zwift, you can grab some as well, or looking for those peak power outputs through TrainingPeaks. Now, I want to really encourage you that it's a big challenge to do that daily, all right? That's why we have a real variety of stimuli in our the stress that we put into our training. So recovery day can set you up to really hit some peak numbers tomorrow, okay? And it's going to be challenging too on an interval day. Say you have 5 3-minute efforts on an interval day. It's going to be hard to hit a PR on those days because you're going to be working a specific bandwidth of power or heart rate or rate of perceived exertion that it may be below what would be needed for a PR, but just be confident that that work is all money in the bank. It's all going to make you stronger for when you actually go to kind of set up for that peak event or that peak output. Now, we read an interesting article recently from TrainingPeaks. I'm going to put it down in the notes for this video about how that peak power, this may not be a great time to be focusing on that. The reason is when we hit those powers back in 2019 or at the beginning of this year, 2020, most likely they were done in a group, okay? A group setting or a race setting where you were really pushed beyond, and it's very challenging to replicate that output and that like force and that kind of velocity when you're solo. So I want you to be gracious with yourself and remember, like, hey, some of those were set in a race scenario that's going to be next to impossible to do by yourself. Conditions really have to align to hit those. So let's be comfortable kind of doing that homework and that work in the trenches. It's all money in the bank for when it's like, hey, next Wednesday, let's go unleash yourself on that 3-minute segment. All right, we got to space them out because if we're trying to do them every day, you're going to be underperforming on all of them and never hit those true PRs. Now, where will you see Big Wheel Coaching next? All right, we're still kind of in the virtual land. So on November 3rd, I'm really excited to be helping lead the Mike Nosco ride on Zwift. So the Nosco ride is something we've been really proud to be partnered with here for several years, and this year it's gone virtual. Now that ride will take place between 5 and 6:10 p.m. here on next Tuesday, and you can donate, you can sign up, and what's really cool about the Nosco ride is it's a fundraiser for individuals that are really battling cancer and the treatment involved with that. And so there's 5 awesome recipients. You can read about them on the website. I'm going to put that link as well down in the notes. So if you want to participate virtually, if you'd like to just give a donation to the foundation as a whole or pick one of the recipients, you can do a direct donation to them. So lots of cool stuff to get involved with, and it's a great to have chance to do this virtually. So hopefully we'll see you, if not virtually, maybe one day out on the road.